Good afternoon and welcome to the Office of Economic Development Business Information Session. My name is Margaret McGee. I'm the Business Services Manager. Business services assist entrepreneurs and business owners in starting and growing their business. We help in navigating through the different departments within city government to obtain permits and licenses. We also connect the business community with organizations that can provide technical assistance, incentives, resources, and other programs beneficial in operating a business. One way we do this is to host business information sessions. These sessions are held throughout the year, and topics are gathered from entrepreneurs, surveys, and information we collect from the business community. This is a series of 3 sessions focusing on writing proposals. Today we have Dr. Barbara Holloway, a SCORE certified volunteer small business mentor. She has over 25 years of experience, and she will share her expertise about writing a business proposal to attract investors and customers. To keep down distractions, attendees, please turn off your videos and mute your volume. I ask that you place questions in the chat box and she will answer them when she has the opportunity. All handouts provided will be shared within 24 to 48 hours after the meeting has ended. Now I'll go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Holloway.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Margaret, for the excellent introduction. Margaret has already explained who I am, so I'm going to just move on and share my screen. And I would invite you, as throughout the slides I'll share with you, to take advantage of all of the SCORE policies, webinars, articles, and blogs. It's a no-fee site. You've already paid for it as a taxpayer. So it's really great for you. We are the supporting arm of the Small Business Administration. So I'm going to move to our slides. Okay. Can everyone see this? Can? Okay. You can, Margaret? Okay. All right. So let's go from here. As I shared with you just a few minutes ago, SCORE, thank you, Marianne. Excuse me. SCORE is, the title is, it's the life of your business, but it's a supporting arm of the Small Business Administration. We offer counseling via the phone, Zoom, email. Some people even ask for text. I'm not sure why, because a lot of our information is lengthy, but anyway, it's all there for you, free to your access, and I'll share with you at the end the way to get it if you're not familiar. Now, the purpose of this session is to explain to you the essentials of business proposals. Let me share with you, there's no one way to prepare a business proposal. It's whatever you, the entrepreneur think, based on the information I'm going to share and others out there, would be essential to whomever it is you're going to be before to present either your business, or you're going to present your business ideas to a funder, such as a bank or etc. So there's 2 separate things. One, you might be preparing a proposal, and there are many of them, many ways to do it, to present to potential customers, to present maybe at a pitch contest somewhere for funding, or to a bank or a funder. So it's all about you promoting your business. Could also be a small couple of second elevator speech. We just never know. The idea is to keep in mind the pertinent information that you want to share to a customer. And then you tailor that depending on who that customer might be and your benefits of services to them. So moving on. Our objective today, as you all have heard and you know, and the reason you registered, is to share the basics to prepare a business proposal to potential clients, as you can see, or to present to a potential funder. Doesn't matter. People whoever they are, no matter what they think and whatever the popular actions are, everybody wants you to come before them, like you're presenting to them what's going to be the highest and best for them. They want that stage of importance for you to come to them because they have a choice. They can buy from anyone. Lenders have a choice. They can loan to anyone. So that's what you want to be thinking about. Okay. The main key, as I shared with you a little bit, is that the proposal you present is really, really key to what you want to do. Strive to customize each proposal for the maximum engagement and the impact. You may use some of the same verbiage on all of them, but remember, each customer, client, or funder is different. So you're always trying to tailor everything that you prepare in your proposal to that person, as if you're sitting across from them, and sometimes you might be having a one-on-one conversation. Next, and you'll understand this, words are very important. You want to always use positive, encouraging words to make your business proposal stand out. You want to capture that person's attention, or the funder for that matter. Think about the way that you can benefit the client. Make sure you have those words, that verbiage in your proposal. Maybe you can help that client become a trailblazer or a thought leader. We don't know, but you will have already researched. It's highly advised whichever clients you are striving to secure business, to secure your business, right? You will have researched those folks so you know what they're about, maybe what their pain points are, or something like that. So therefore, that gives you the advantage in your proposal because you've done your work early. You know then how to approach the potential customer. Maybe your solutions are exclusive or they're innovative. We don't know. Only you know that, depending on what you have. You all are very talented, okay? So use the words that spark the interest throughout your proposal, whatever they might be. Next, you want to also demonstrate your knowledge really about the customer and really about your business, the value that you bring. You're constantly selling to the folks in a way that has them understand. And maybe selling is not the proper word because sometimes it can have a negative connotation, but you're constantly wanting to ensure the person, look, I've been working on this. I've done this work. I know what I can do for you. I'm sincere and I have your interests at heart. And this is what I want to do. Keep your intentions on solving a problem at all times for the potential client. And you might use such words as, I'm going to make your life easier for you. I'm going to help you save time, save money, streamline your operations, help you increase your revenue, whatever it is that you know your services can do or provide, or broaden that business owner's needs. That's what you want to do. Obviously, for a funder, it's a little bit different. On that end, you'd be, and I think I have that in a couple of slides later, but what you'd be doing is convincing that funder about your ability, based on your success in your business, obviously to earn revenue, that your ability to be able to pay back whatever funding it is that you're seeking. Now, if it's an angel investor, a little bit different story. You want to know about that in the end, I'll share with you that process. We don't recommend meeting who know him, but we know a little bit about what might be required for you to engage in business with them. But for the funder, obviously, you want that person to be secure and knowing that, all right, if I take this application and I take it to the approvers, I am more than sure with the information I have that the approvers will say yes, because they'll know that the repayment is guaranteed. A lot of times funders don't even care what you do, really, not in a negative way. All they're looking at is that bottom line. Can you pay back the loan I'm going to grant? Okay. Time to brag a little bit on you. Always shine your light on what you're doing. Outline your business, what you do, your approach, how you solve problems, the way that you understand your clients and what they need, why you're unique, why you might be the best choice, right? Identify the ways that you stand out. There's nothing wrong with shining your light. You've been working for this. So here's a good time to show it, right? Now, if you work with a highly trained team, you have more than one person on your team, outline the team's experience. Because then people are really excited. Not only is this person knowledgeable about A, B, and C, but this person also has these team members that have this same knowledge, but maybe in some other specific areas that are going to enhance, or that does enhance, in turn yields to me the revenue, obviously of earnings, but also the revenue of notoriety, great performance, and those kinds of things. That really is good. And if you can provide a quick response to the supplies or whatever that customer needs, then you say so. You tell them what you're doing. What makes you innovative from other types of businesses that provide your services? Because I believe we all know there is no one only type business around. That's not even a reality anymore. Many people probably do the same thing you do, but you want to stand out as you're being the best. All right. And please, no false promises. Like, what's the guy on the lawyer? He promised somebody, he got him $195,000 for their accident. But usually in those kinds of situations, the person is maimed or dead, but we don't want to go there. Anyway, you want to make sure that you don't give any false promises. You must be realistic about what you're doing in your proposal, what you're saying. If you say you can complete a project, as this shares here, in a week, then do that. However, even if you can, might be a better way to give yourself a little cushion, just in case something comes up. And as you can see in the parentheses, a lot of times business owners will have done everything they could do, and the customer is at fault, but the customer is going to blame you. So you just have to be ready for that and make sure in the long run that you're fine. And if you finish the work early, all things are good, then there's a surprise and a delight to the client. Righty. Next one. And remember this, there are no shortcuts on cost. Don't do that to yourself. Detail the cost of the work that you're going to do. Because when you start cutting corners and shaving $1 here and shaving one there, you're in business now. You're the one who's going to suffer for that. Don't be afraid to say, this is my fee. Person might not like it. It's okay. You shake hands and they'll go away. But you don't want to charge a person 10 cents for $1 worth of work and then you suffer later. You don't want to do that. Be clear, be specific. They're going to go ask other people, probably other businesses. That's fine. Let them do all of those things. The good for you is you are accurate. You did not cut yourself short. And really, you're sending out a law in the universe that's going to return to you in a good way. Don't leave the client to have to guess, be unclear about your cost. Don't be afraid. This is everything up front. This is it. It's, I don't know, $300 for the product that you want. That's the cost. We can't cut here. We can't cut there. None of those things. This is it. And definitely, I don't know, it's on you, but people talk about discounts. Now, you might want to consider that if you're working with this customer multiple times, or maybe you've got some large contracts, those kind of things. But that's for you to decide and think through. But if it's a one-time, deal with customers and those kinds of things, you have to be clear about your costs and be upfront about it and be accurate. The next one, it says a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think you probably all have heard about that. Meaning, make your proposal visually appealing. People will hear what you say. They're also going to be watching what you said. And we learn in lots of different ways. So verbiage is good. Pictures are better. They enhance what you're saying. So a nice template or pamphlet or flyer or booklet for that matter, with colored header, subheader, something that looks appealing, that helps your proposal. It makes your proposal enticing to read and to look at, because we're going to look. Feel free to add charts or graphs that support the information that you include. And always, 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 can't say it enough, print in color. Color has a way, really, in my opinion, of encouraging a possible decision. Now, after you've prepared your proposal, however you're going to do it, you don't necessarily need it in color at this stage because you're still planning it out. You want to make sure you ask a couple of people or agencies or whomever to proofread for you. There's a benefit in that. We as SCORE mentors often will proofread for clients. So you have that as an available resource for you that we'll talk about at the end. I often proofread for clients, and it's not in a critical way. It's proofreading for what stands out that the customer might be looking for. That's it. We don't proofread saying you use this word, but I would like that one. That's really not it. If the words you use mean the same thing and they're positive and fresh, that's fine. So anyway, what you want to do is ask 3 other people and or businesses, whomever, to read your proposal with the 4 bullet points at the bottom in mind. Could be a relative, could be a friend, could be a business owner, could be a stranger, whatever. You want them to read to see if you've missed anything, if any errors within what you have. That's what you're looking for at that point. So number 1, is my proposal clear? You could follow that up with a qualifying question to the proofreader. What did you understand or read this or see this to mean to you as a business owner or potential client? And let them share it with you. You can be listening for any area where you may have missed. Second, are there any areas in my proposal that you need some clarification on? Sometimes that might come out in that first question, but may not. But you're prompting the questions at this point, and you may even want to have, I would call it a summary sheet with these questions on it, asking those who proofread to answer in that way. Maybe it'll jog, their memory as well. Then number 3 is, are there errors? You want to know that, spelling, grammatical, format, whatever. If anything in here that you see, right, that needs a little bit of adjusting, whatever that is. Could sometimes even mean a word choice that you use. We don't know. What you're trying to do is, as much as possible, get some understanding of those you're striving to propose to. And last, that's the hard-burning question. Would you say yes to this proposal? I should have put if yes, why, if no, why, but I thought I'd leave that alone and just let the people answer, whomever it is that's proofreading for you. Then depending on the results of that, you want to edit as necessary. Put your ego aside, don't worry about what a person says. Make sure that your objective is to make the proposal friendly, reader-friendly, and compelling. That's your idea. That's all there is. I always tell people, read this for me, proofread it. I don't have ownership. The words are free. Just let me know what you think. And then, as it says here, the right verbiage and the presentation helps your business proposal open the doors to new business. Remember to customize your proposal all the time. You want to customize it for each potential client to ensure that you hit the mark with their needs. So remember, you're trying to get them to select you. That's the important thing. Now, towards the end, we're just about done here. I'm open for your questions or whatever that you might have. First is our site. Keep it in mind. I believe Ms. Margaret is going to share with you the slides. But if you're not familiar, log on to the SCORE.org site. It's a busy site, has tons of information, live webinars, articles, all sorts of things there. And once you register for any of them, you're going to start receiving emails letting you know about upcoming ones. And if you register to attend one, like a webinar or something, then when it's done, whether you are able to stay throughout the webinar or not, most of them are 40, 45 minutes in length. They understand people are busy. You'll receive a link and you can log back in, well, you can save it to your computer really, and access that link whenever you want, however you want, whatever time you want, and you'll be able to see everything there. So it's a resource that's available to you. This started in 54 or 64 actually, when then President Eisenhower decided that there needed to be some assistance to people who specifically had been in the military, learned experience, skills, trades, etc., and were now back in their cities and wanted to start their own business. So he realized we need to help people understand exactly all the ins and outs and the processes for starting and managing a business. And this organization here grew from that. It's all volunteer. Nobody earns a salary, which makes it kind of nice in that those volunteers really want to share everything they know, not worrying about some compensation. And they do that. Now, they won't delve deep into your business, sitting with you, looking over your accounting books and those kind of things, because that's a legality issue there, a proprietary one for you. But they will offer ideas, offer suggestions. And there are some on the site that offer workshops on like QuickBooks and how to manage your back office support. So there's a lot there. I can't even explain it all. The best thing for you to do is look there on the site. If you want a mentor or somebody to work with you, with their 9,000 of them or plus, you can use the same one all the time, or you can skip around the different ones. It's no problem. Nobody cares. I might help people who've gone to other folks. I've helped folks who have come to me from other folks, whatever. It just depends on your needs. The whole goal is to supply you with the information you need so you can move forward. Now, getting back to this presentation and session, there's a good article on the score.org site. If you use the search window, as these slides are sharing with you, just type the words business proposal, and then you should see this one pop up. It's an article, lots of pictures in there showing you how to use visuals in your small business proposals to improve communication and win clients. It's a good one. It's excellent. There's all sorts of other ones. You don't have to have specific business topics. Whichever words come to your mind about a topic you want to learn, just type that in the search window, and you know how we are now with AI and technology and all of that. The system will search through and find each one of those titles that it has, be it a webinar, blog, article, or whatever, that might have some of those words you typed or a match to them, and it's presented to you on one or more pages. And you just scroll through until you find, one or more that you like. There's no limit to looking at the page. You can stay on there how long you want, go back and look there's none of that. It's just information. That's all we provide. Okay, so I believe that's the last slide. Is one other one. I like this one. I've not looked in a couple of weeks, but periodically I'll go there. It used to be televised, but it's more online now. But if you type that name in your browser, what you'll find is a journalist, and he's traveled throughout the United States and abroad. His whole purpose was talking to small business owners, and they're business owners of all sorts. And it's usually a 20 to 30-minute session, and it just explains to you, the person does actually, is there with him, who they are, what the business is, what happened, any challenges, any successes, all of that. So it's just like you sitting down talking to business owners, maybe some that are like you or others. But I think you should have learned now, if not, you will. Owning a business is a lifelong journey. It can be fun for you, and it also involves continually talking to other business owners. It's a conversation that never ends. It's always good to do that, to partner, to network, to talk, and especially in this city, I'm sure others are the same. We have a myriad of small business networking sessions around. This one in particular is wonderful by our city. There are others throughout. But the good thing is that I have found in my lifetime here is they all offer the same information. the opportunity for small business owners to network, talk, learn, and do whatever it is that he or she needs to do to grow their business. And I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's it, Ms. Margaret. So, want me to share back?
Yes, you could, put your slides back up. Now it's time for questions. Anyone have any questions for Dr. Holloway?
Uh-oh, you mean, was that good?
That means it was great.
Right.
Again, as Dr. Holloway say, you can go to score.org. You could request a mentor. I find that
Yes.
it's very helpful for all businesses. You know, sometimes you just need a little touch up, you know, in the different things that you're doing.
Yeah. Don't be shy, please. We're just there to help
Definitely
you.
don't be shy. Any question at all. So normally, how long is a business proposal? Is it like just a page or a couple of
Oh,
pages?
good question. Good question. It all depends on the client, but you want it as short as you can. So if you can get your information, I would say 1 to 2 pages, because if you're going to use graphs or any of that, oh, here are some. If you're going to use graphs, I'll finish this comment, I'll answer. In your proposal, you wanting to show, or maybe you want to show your organizational structure, any of that, then yes, that's when it becomes a little longer. So 2 to 3 pages. But the beauty of this is, stay away from thinking about the length of it. Think about the pictures and the information you're sharing. So if you look at larger companies, you know, they'll print they used to do it more, they don't do it so much as more because of cost, but they'll have, like, say, at the end of the year, their gross earnings, their stock performance, these kind of things. Then they'll proceed with various pictures so the reader can see what's happening, and that's going to entice you more. But here's the first question. It says, are there any anecdotal time frames of how long you should spend on creating a proposal? That's an ongoing learning. I mean, you could spend, I don't know, an hour or two if you, it just depends on you. However long it takes you to get the explanation of your business, of what you're doing. 2 things. This is our business. This is who we are. And this is what we can do for you based on your business. Those 3 that you're answering. And that the length and the time spent will tell you on that. Of course, you want to do some research to the customer who you're talking with to make them know that you have really researched them, you're familiar with them. So it's kind of a iffy question on that part, but as you proceed, go along, you'll fine tune that better. And yeah, the PowerPoint slide Ms. McGee is going to send you. He says, I am a prison traumatologist. I'm stumbling over that word. And a decarceration expert, like that word. How would you suggest I get clients for my profession? So this is Miriam Henderson. Maybe you can unmute and let me know what that means, if I pronounce that correctly. Traumatologist, right?
No, it's a prison traumatologist
Okay.
and a decarceration expert. And what that means is that I study I'm an expert at studying prison trauma on inmates and formerly incarcerated individuals to help
Okay.
reverse the impact of incarceration as a result of prison trauma. And so far, like, I have been very active in that profession for over a year now with the
Okay.
Orleans Parish Prison and DRC Parole and Probation. But
Okay.
I have expanded, and we are expanding more and more. And what I would love to do is learn how to reach out to, I mean, the reason that I'm with OJC is because they know me, they know the work. I own the largest thrift store where only formerly incarcerated individuals can work, only those. And so now we want to expand. We're getting a lot of national attention, but it's like most people don't even know what that means or have heard of it. So how do I don't have a problem writing proposals, but how do I get clients? I mean, it's such a brand new concept is
Well, one quick question. What kind of clients are you trying to secure?
the people that benefits most would be people that work with reentry, any type of reentry program. That's number
Okay,
any
okay,
type of penal system,
okay,
DAs, the innocent projects, maybe anybody that works with inmates or formerly incarcerated inmates or people suffering from prison trauma, like social workers, therapists that have people that have gone to prison. They have not been trained in prison trauma because it doesn't exist. And so my career is very specialized. Yeah.
your research would be, I understand it, would
Mhm.
be number one, in the city. I'm not sure if the city can help you or if it's the, when I say the city, I'm talking about, what would be the Department of Corrections, maybe the Sheriff's Department, Kilpatrick, those folks. And their probationary folks, because what you're wanting to do is secure a list of those agencies that have some type of interaction with incarcerated people or formerly incarcerated. That's the group you're trying to gain access to. I'm not sure who they are, but I know they're out there, and you know that. So the first part would be creating your list. Now, I'm going to tell you, do you live in New Orleans?
Yeah, well, I live in Chalmette.
Okay, okay. Chalmette may have it at the main library, but if it's worth a trip, I think if you could, well, call first the New Orleans main library, the corner of Tulane and Simon Bolivar, and ask if a Tony Barnes is still there. Not on a Thursday, because that's his day off. The reason I'm telling you that is he may direct you to Chalmette over time. This gentleman is excellent. I've been working with him too a little bit. He's excellent at researching the database. And what he would be telling you is what database you need to look at or in to develop this list. There is every organization that does this kind of work, Miriam, has registered somewhere with the state of Louisiana. The beauty is, regardless of what they do, they all have one or two unique codes that they've registered under where you could find all of them. That makes sense.
It does. So you say this is
Okay.
Barnes, and where is he at again?
Tony, Tony,
Barnes.
Barnes, Barnes. He's employed at the main library in New Orleans. Call first. It's been a year since I've talked with him, but I go back and forth and learn from him, and I'm still trying to learn the database. You can actually access it online, but he speaks so quickly sometimes, you have to take my time to go, wait, what are you saying? Because if you look at the database that the libraries have, they all have the same one. It's very large, but he understands how to, narrow that for your individual focus. And that's really what you want. Once you get that, you're off and going. But that would be my advice. First is you have to first develop the list of who you can contact. Because right now you don't know who, right? But you don't even know where to start in a way. But this list has everybody who touches any kind of incarceration process at all. Every agency, I will say. And so then your job will be then contacting them and trying to sit before them. My sense is you might be lucky in that your proposal can be the same price for all of them, because they all have one thing in common, two things, the trauma part and trying to get you, I'm assuming, out of incarceration or never to go back in if you've been in there. I applaud you for your work. It's wonderful. That would be my suggestion. If you're not sure, you can ask Ms. McGee. You can contact me. You can email me. It's very simple. It's my name, Barbara.Holloway. Okay.
And I'll share that information also. I
Thank
just
you.
put in the chat box too.
Good.
It's the Mayor's Office of Criminal Justice.
There you go.
And I put the information in the chat box.
Perfect. All right. Did that help you, Marilyn?
Yes, a lot.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, no problem. Let me go back real quickly. Do you have an outline example? If you look at the score.org and type that word in there, business proposal, you'll see a bunch of them right there. I don't have one personally, because usually clients don't ask for that. I guess because once they learn about the site, they go find their own. But My information is there if you need me. It's fine. I don't mind it.
Thank you.
No problem. And it says here, what relationship, this is from Ms. Pollard. What relationship should your proposal have to your elevator pitch, and how would you use them together? Elevator pitch and proposal are the same thing. The difference is the elevator pitch is a snapshot, like just what Miriam did. She said what she was, and that was it. So that's the purpose of the elevator pitch. The reason they use the word elevator is because it's a short ride. So your comment should be very short. I am such and such, I own this business, and this is what we do. That's it. If you're interested, call me. So hopefully that will help you with that. I own an insurance agency. I don't see insurance as an option for mentorship. If you're asking for a mentorship on developing your agency and seeking clients and etc., the only information we offer there is we can read your marketing plan or maybe discuss with you some ideas or listen to you some ideas who to market your insurance business to, but that's pretty much it. We don't delve into how to manage an insurance agency because that's a lot of times an independent business. And so the SBA is more on the opposite side of just publishing your information, showing it, not necessarily receiving clients, if that answers your question. If not, you can always email me. If I didn't understand it properly, I'd be happy to respond. This is another one. I would wonder who has the money, who's paying. Ms. Pollard, you're gonna have to ask Marianne that question because I don't know. Traumatologist? Anyway, good question.
Well, I can say this, the Department of Justice gave $1 million to Arlene Justice Center for me to pilot the program.
I think, and thank you for that. It's just my thought, and I don't know anything, but I would imagine as we begin to socialize all of these social issues throughout life, there are going to be dollars set aside somewhere to help with like some mental counseling and all those kind of things, because these are situations that we must put a dollar to if we want to end it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Everybody doesn't have the opportunity to come out completely whole psychologically. Maybe they were traumatized when they were a child. We don't know. But the opportunity, we talk about this great America, is to help individuals grow to be whole and complete as best can be. So I think there's funding around. You just have to find it. I think that's where the nonprofits do a lot too. Here's somebody answered. Okay, good. Someone's answering there. Ms. Moore's answering. Attorneys. Okay, good. And then thanks, Ms. McGee's question. Criminal justice. This is all great information. You all are sharing with each other. I like that. I think that's all that I see, Ms. McGee.
Okay, well, thanks, everyone. If there's no more questions, I will find that business plan template and include with the handouts that Dr. Holloway has shared with us today. Dr. Holloway, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out to be with us.
No problem.
For sharing such valuable information.
Happy to do it.
Happy
to do it. Now, I have a question. You said the business plan template. Is it one that you have, or did you want a condensed one from us?
Yeah, I was gonna go on your website and see if I could find it, just to kind of.
I'll send you. No, it's not on there.
Oh, okay.
What happened is there's one on there, very lengthy. You're more than welcome to access it. We just have a condensed one because most people are not ready for the large one that's shown. And if you're going to, lenders will ask for this. If you're going to provide a business plan with your loan application, because customers don't want to see that, but funders do, they will tell immediately or be able to determine immediately if you've got a long one that it's larger than what you're doing. But the condensed one that we created at our chapter is more beneficial. It's easier to get through. A lot of people say business plan, they get a headache. This one's easy, it has explanations in each section so that you're not, wondering about what you do. And remember, we always offer the proofreading at no cost. Nothing is a cost for us.
And I always think lengthy is for you, so you could see your projections, say like within the next 5 years or something like that. But when you actually trying to win over customers or get some type of funding, I think it needs to be as short as possible, not, too short,
Yes,
but
yeah,
you want something that hold the people's attention. So short for investors, customers, long for your own personal growth to see how
yes,
you're going to grow within the next couple of years.
right. 'Cause I mean, think about it. Even you as a customer, you know you have a service and you need some help. You don't want somebody talking to you for an hour about what they can do. You want them to fix your problem so you can go on. And that's what you want to do. And then the pictures are there to drive it, to further explain what you're doing. The person can look at it right then or can look at it later. But you also don't want it to be laborious. And that's what our business plan on a site is, because it's trying to be one thing to everybody. And so everybody doesn't need that large plan. So that is why, and I'm sure other chapters did the same thing. We just condensed ours, and I can send it to you, Ms. McGee, right away.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank all of you for joining today. Within 5 to 10 business days, this session will be added to the Office of Economic Development YouTube channel, along with previous recorded sessions. Our next session is Thursday, March the 20th, and our speaker of the day will be Ms. Joanne Lawrence with the SBA Louisiana District Office. Please check your emails for reminders, and I hope you all will join me next time. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you. Take care. Enjoy the journey.
Thanks. Yes.